So, as the title placard says, these are my spoilery afterthoughts of the Outer Worlds. In this video essay, I will talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and where I would like the game to go in the future, like in terms of DLC and that type of stuff. So, first I'll go with what I liked and what I didn't like after the cut. So, likes and dislikes. So, essentially, my likes and dislikes kind of go hand in hand a little bit. What I liked about the game was that it was just incredibly well made. A lot of really cool shit going on. You know, this game is, the name of the game when it comes to the Outer Worlds is refined. Everything that it does really well has come from years of Obsidian refining their craft. Everything that it doesn't do well, in terms of the dislikes, comes from things that Obsidian's not too good at. So the combat is good. I would say it's a combination between Fallout 4's combat and BioShock's combat. However, like, a lot of the weapons, even though they feel good to shoot, don't have a lot of differentiation between them. So, you know, an assault rifle is an assault rifle is an assault rifle. The only differences might be what type of element it shoots out. Now, there are a few unique weapons in the game that do some really cool shit, but by and large, and those are the science weapons, but by and large, the base weapons in the game, like a revolver is a revolver is a revolver, an automag is an automag is an automag. You know, a Spacer's Choice handgun is very similar to someone else's handgun. So the game kind of suffers from that a little bit. But you know, I mean, these are minor nitpicks. So with that being said, my other likes, the story is really good. The characters, your crew, really, they have their own things going on. They have their interesting stories and all that cool shit. And I like it. I like that type of stuff. But with that being said, you know, which also goes with my dislike of the companions, is that, like, once you do their quote-unquote loyalty mission, their own little side story, they pretty much have served their purpose. They get a special perk, and that's it. Except for Sam, which, you know, poor Sam doesn't get anything. It's like, you get nothing, Sam. Fuck you, Sam. But overall, it's pretty good. Next, let's see, do I have any other likes or dislikes? No, that's about it. So, I'm going to talk about, there is one game-breaking glitch in the game that I discovered, and oddly enough, this didn't happen to me in my two normal, lower mode, walkthroughs, but in Supernova, it did. So, I've beaten this game 3 times, I've put about 50 hours into it. I have one playthrough where I'm playing as a charismatic, dashing rogue type character, and then one playthrough where I play as a character who's really fucking strong and charismatic. And then the third one, my Supernova playthrough, I played as an almighty character who had high stats in practically everything. So, Supernova is where I ran into the problem where basically at the end game, if you go against the board, there's this part where if you enter this door, the game crashes. At first I thought this was on me, but it turned out it's just a game-breaking glitch. So with that being said, let's move on to my thoughts for future DLC for the game. So, future DLC and expansions. Obsidian has a history of having games that leave you wanting more. You know, you play Knights of the Old Republic 2. Really good game, leaves you wanting more. You know, Tim Kaine Leonard Boyarsky, before he joined Obsidian, was the guy who started Troika. Troika made Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic, but they also made a game that left you wanting more, which was Vampire Bloodlines. So, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. So, I mean, that was a game that once you play through it, you're like, man, I wish there was an expansion or some extra DLC or some shit like that. Now, because fans love those games so much, they've made like little mods that have added extra content and fixed the game post-launch. So, with that being said, I would fucking love to play a Fallout game that essentially, sorry. I would love to play I would love some DLC and expansions for this game. So here are some ideas that I have for DLC and expansions for the Outer Worlds. 3 ideas that just came to me. Aside from your normal, oh, here's some more science weapons, ha ha ha. I think it would be cool to go to other colonies. I mean, you start the game, in this game you're in Halcyon, the colony that was started by the Halcyon Holdings Board Corporation. But you know that there's other colonies in the game due to the ending of the game, where you find out Earth, like, no one's received messages from Earth for the last 3 years, and the major Earth frigates and stuff have went back to Earth for some reason. So something's happened on Earth. So you visiting another colony, like them adding another colony, solar system colony for you to go to using your skip drive and shit like that would be fucking awesome. That's my first idea. My second idea is going back to Earth, but you going to new places, getting, recruiting people to find out what the hell happened to the planet. I think that would be cool. You could get your old crew back together, kind of like a true expansion to the game. And lastly, my number 3 idea is one of the big things in the game is that, like, there's no such thing as aliens. Like, humans are alone in the galaxy. What if they added aliens? Like, what if you actually had to deal with aliens? I think that could be a fucking awesome DLC, just seeing aliens. The reason I call this a spoilery review is that this is the end cap of my hardcore Supernova playthrough, where I tried to get the best ending for every character, and I think I did pretty well, except for like 3 characters in the game, but fuck them. So with that being said, that's the end of this video. I'll give my conclusion after the cut. So my conclusion is this: this game would be rife to have some DLC and expansions put out for it. I think that would be fucking awesome, in my humble opinion. Do I think it's gonna happen? I do, because apparently this game has been very commercially and critically successful. Mostly because, the market really desperately needed a quality Western RPG that wasn't some bullshit. And so, unlike Fallout 76, which is the elephant in the room, which was microtransaction and came out, unpolished as fuck, this game's very polished except for that one game-ending bug. And it doesn't have DLC, or microtransactions, but I wouldn't mind paying for DLC or expansion. So with that being said, that's the end of this video. Remember, you can reach the channel at mrredfoxbsbusters@gmail.com or at Twitter at Matthew Wesley at mrredfox91. We also have a Discord. If you would like to be part of the Discord, just let me know in the comments section. Remember, rate, comment, share, subscribe. Peace!